Gotta put the time in, pimpin', make it grind a little bigger.
Do it big.
You can never be a quitter.
Till the end, if it's win, lose, or draw. Go hard.
Make them hating bras better.
Do it for the cause.
Gotta make your mind up, nigga.
Feeling like off the leash.
Gotta be the pick, gotta let 'em.
Make them sick, pure venom.
You control everything like a dealer.
Do it big, never little. You a real go-getter.
It ain't nothing like a woman scorn. You try to speak, you gon' swear niggas speaking foreign. That's right. She may roll her eyes and keep going. If you the one that caused the pain, pimpin', keep going. Cause when they hurt pimpin', you never know. Accountability, that shit just went up out the door. A mental state, that shit ain't really clear. So I suggest you listen, pimpin', get up out of here. Now we was raised to live without a fear. But this a private woman, pimp. You made her shed a tear. And I don't know where you headed, pimp. But she gon' need some time, and right now she ain't ready, pimp. I know things are really looking dim, but this is something that you call. Your vision wasn't clear. Now Jody, he gon' come and creep up from the rear and snatch her sexy ass up out of here. She out of here.
That woman's fair. When that woman's fair. When that woman's fair. When that woman's fed up. It ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing you can do. It's like running out of love. Too late to talk about it. Too late to talk about it. Too late to talk about it. Like, what's the deal with you? Why you can't just chill like? Now you want some other shit. Some just don't feel right. Some about you make me wanna still fight. Not like that, I mean, fight for your love, fight for your heart. It's starting to flame out, that light that we sparked. Fussing and fighting, the storm has begun, but I'm accustomed to lightning. I know that's far-fetched. Hold on. On second thought, that's probably common. No, it's not. On third thought, this bird lost the only chance he had. Fucking be mad. What did I do to deserve this? Emotionally not available. Unintentional, not on purpose. But the intention isn't important. It's the fact of if you cared or not. And if you did, this all would just be a bump in the road. She got too comfortable. She went from packing meals to packing Lunchables. At least it's something, though. Well, I ain't want that shit. I'm probably sure she wanted something else from you, too. And I'm probably sure she got another nigga on speed dial. She'll fuck when she through. She Angel Reese, yeah, with the rebound. That was your boo-boo. Yeah, she for the streets now. Oh, what, you got amnesia? You ain't do nothing to please her. Had that woman fed up. Now you acting all surprised. All I can ask is why. Cause that woman's fed up. When that woman's fed up. When that woman's fed up. When that woman's fed up. It ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing you can do. It's like running out of love. Too late to talk about it. Too late to talk about it. Too late to talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. They gon' respect it if it's authentic. No fraud image. I don't apply gimmicks.
She went to packing Lunchables. But I ain't want that shit.
This is something, though. What's good?
What's happening? What's happening, man? Welcome to BBP, Big Business Podcast, episode number 59. What's happening, bro?
59.
What's good? What's good? D Love in the building. What's good? What's good with you, man? What we doing, man? What's the whatnot?
Man, well, we here, and you see, we got a few people in the dope. Some of them in the bushes. So we're gonna go ahead and do what we do,
Yeah.
and crank the show on up. We ain't finna waste no goddamn time with you. You feel me?
Let's get to it. Hit the goddamn button.
Hit the goddamn. Okay, my fault.
I like that action. Okay, we here with it.
Yeah, man. 2025 is shaping up. It's shaping on up, ain't it, man?
Hey, we said it was gonna be one of them years, ain't it?
It's shaping on up, man, to be one of them ones for the ages. We had a lot going on last year, and it's continuing.
I remember saying 25 gonna be live, and it actually damn near looked like it's about to revitalize somebody's career, bro. Man, you see what's going on with young LA, man?
Oh, you talking about them using that music?
Man, they playing that song like it came out yesterday.
Right.
And this dude getting show after show after show off that song, which came out in the early 2000s, bro. And that's amazing. That's amazing. And
yeah,
it's crazy because we have witnessed him doing interviews prior to this, not too long before it took off again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was because of the goddamn interview, actually. And he was like, oh, J Money serving everybody. And he was on there looking like a junkie, bro.
yeah. But that, I guess, we talk about the pros and cons of this social media shit. When it comes down to it, that's one of the pros of it, man. That some shit can just pop off years later and have some unintended consequences where, he could get some show money now. But yeah, D-Love, he definitely was looking like a junkie. He was looking loaded as can be. I don't know, loaded on what. He got into it like he was like, I got to know that the kid did. Like he really got into that shit. But that's his shit though, so I can't do nothing but respect it at the end of the day.
Yeah. The era that we live in, man. TikTok can revitalize. I wouldn't be surprised somebody else's career get revitalized by a TikTok video. Wouldn't
you know what? To switch just for just a brief moment, we gotta talk about Will Smith.
Big Willie.
We gotta talk about Will Smith and this album he put out. Man, look. This album Will Smith put out, man. I listened to it song for song, listened to it. We were thinking that maybe you're like, oh, hold on now. This might be his hardest album he ever put out. The single with Joyner, single with Big Sean. Then put the album out, and it's one of them Usher duds. It's an Usher dud. I was like, man, hell no, man. But
it just make you want to say, Will you stop, Will? Man, that shit was horrible, man. That shit was horrible.
It had, I say, about 3 songs.
Yep,
I give it 3.
2 of the singles.
Two,
yeah.
And one more. So, Will, you got to do better. I
don't want to hear nothing else from you no more. You waited what? How many years?
Yeah.
When the last time we dropped the project, bro?
I think it was 2015, something like that.
Snoop Dogg, he been doing music, a little in between, but it's been a while since he put out a project. His shit was dope.
Yeah, and I think Snoop been keeping up. Will, he be off with with them folks and things, and he ain't keep up. I don't think. I know he didn't keep up because I would say LL's project was better than Will Smith's project. Even though you didn't like the LL project, I didn't like it either. But I felt like it was creative. It was a creative project, and I could respect the artistry on there. With some of these songs on it, Will, I'm like, why did he even get in that booth right there? Like, I don't know, but
I mean, let's be honest. From Will to LL Hell to goddamn Rakim, they kept it from the last time they remember. Well, I ain't gonna say the same thing about LL. I think his beat selection was horrible to me. Just like
he was
Will's
spitting.
He was spitting. That's the thing. That's the thing. He was spitting.
Yeah. So I don't know. These rappers, coming. I will say, 2025, the 50-plus-year-old rapper is in. It gives us some hope, a little bit that the 50-plus crowd is out there putting out music, man. And you think about it, some of these Migos and things, some of these people, they touching 40 and things. So what are they just gonna stop? Some of them can't, so.
No, of course not. It ain't like you putting in physical effort to do any damn thing. You just running your mouth.
Right.
Right. If you can, evolve with the times, then I think you should be able to continue to rap.
Yeah.
But if you coming on this motherfucker like a hip, a hop, a hippie to the hip, no, bro, no, you can't do that today, bro.
Right.
You can't do that today. That's your zone.
Yeah,
so, man.
We're going to keep it pushing, man. BBP episode 59. Definitely hit that like button for the 1 time, for the 2 time, for hip hop and BBP in this thing with the weekly rundown, man. We got some shit to talk about. I think the first thing we're going to chop it up about, we got to talk about the YellaBeezy update real quick. We're not going to spend all day on it. But the Kingston situation, the Ye, Kanye West, Blk KKK shit. I don't,
His new name is just fucking weirdo. That's it. Take away goddamn Ye, take away Kanye.
Yeah, right.
Take this nigga away. That's what the fuck we need to do.
Right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this YellaBeezy, man. I'm sick. I'm on. God damn, man. Let's go ahead and get it.
All right, now to a developing story. North Texas rapper YellaBeezy in court today accused of killing another rapper. Our Natalie Haddad joins us live now from the courthouse in Dallas. Natalie, a lot of people interested in this story. What happened in court today?
Yeah, absolutely, Janelle. I was sitting in the hearing in that courtroom and every seat was full, every pew, I should say. And again, just mentioned, we just walked out of that courtroom. A judge granted rapper YellaBeezy a lesser bond. This was his first court appearance. It was all about the bond that he was assigned to him when he was first arrested. Now, YellaBeezy, whose real name is Marquise Conway, he was arrested just last week in a murder for hire plot. So some background for you. Conway was initially given a $2 million bond. His defense team argued he could not afford that and he needed to be in a position where he could continue to provide for his immediate and extended family. And despite the prosecution arguing that Conway could pay a $2 million bond if he wanted to because he lives in a mansion in Frisco and flies in private jets, Conway now returns to jail with a $750,000 bond instead. So it went from $2 million to $750,000. Conway arrested last week, nearly 5 years after the murder of another Dallas rapper, Mel Melvin Noble, known by his rap name MO3. Conway is accused of hiring a hitman who carried out Noble's murder. He faces a capital murder while remuneration charge, and this means that the killing was done for financial gain or reward. Now, back in November of 2020, Noble was shot and killed on I-35 in Dallas. I believe we have seen video of that. He tried to get out of his car and run, but was gunned down by a man with a rifle. 2 men were arrested in the weeks following his murder and are facing federal charges themselves. But now this case against Conway could reveal details into the hired hitman's payment and the motivation behind the murder. Again, just walked out of the courtroom just a few moments ago. Conway was escorted back to the jail. He was present for the hearing, so we will keep you updated right here on WFAA whether Conway pays that now $750,000 bond. Janelle?
Well, thanks for that update, Natalie.
Yeah, man.
So, go ahead, bro.
No, I was just looking at the lawyer. Toby Shook is his lawyer. Supposedly, you know, I see everything I see. He's saying in 2024, Mr. Shook was named one of the outstanding trial lawyers of the year by the Dallas Bar Association. Like his lawyer, definitely D Magazine is one of the top criminal defense attorneys, 2007 to 2024. So he definitely has had success. I was just giving a little bit of background on who is his defense team or whatnot.
So, and that's one thing you actually spoke of when we talked about this a little bit, was you felt like he should have, you know, saved that money to pay for his defense. And I'm not pocket watching. I know he's not broke. I don't know if he's still getting. Oh, he's probably collecting a few checks here and there for the royalties, but he ain't doing no shows no more. So hopefully he done stack this bread up. But I say that to say this. When it comes to a case like this, and we seen, I think P. Diddy's lawyer tried to make the same move. Or I think it was actually Young Thug. Young Thug goddamn lawyer said, man, I'll go in there with him because he feel like he need to be with him while he fight this case. You feel what I'm saying? So do you think that has anything to do with why he want to be out? Or you just think he just want to be next to his family until it's time to go to trial?
I mean, I would hope he want to be out like they said, so that he can keep doing shows. I as far as doing shows, that of course we know that's where the money at. I can't see him out doing hostings at Dallas clubs right now. I don't know what other advantage is just to have more time free and just to be out, especially the fact that this case, with everything that deals with this case, I feel like this case is not gonna be as short as a ASAP Rocky case. I'm not saying it's gonna be as long as Young Thug case, but yeah, he could be, if he doesn't get out, that would be the only advantage, is just to be out. Like, yeah. Because I could see this thing going on with all the different moving parts in this case.
I don't think they set a court date, a trial date yet. Right. But let's say, for instance, that the trial date was next month. I don't goddamn think 750. I think that was a stupid move. But I couldn't say that. I'm not in this place. I don't want to sit behind bars either. Now, the next thing I'm thinking about is actually when they do go to court.
Right.
And the trial starts. Mm-hmm. If nobody else is implemented before the trial starts, do you think anybody else name is going to come up where they actually may get arrested due to this trial? Because it's going to be a lot of this. It's going to be a lot of this.
Yeah.
A lot of this. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on that?
It's completely possible, completely plausible that is the case. People can be called in when it comes to the acts, the what the prosecutor presents to the judge for the evidence of the trial and the witnesses that they have, I'm thinking the number of witnesses is not gonna just be that dude Keywan. It's not just gonna be him. It's not gonna, or people who are directly involved with it, because they doing their homework, man. That's what I'm saying. Like this case, man, it's like, I think it's enough players in this case that if YouTube can figure out the players, I don't know how the courts can't.
Right.
Like, so
I think the wild card for me in this trial is going to be, I think his name is Devin, the other guy,
White.
Daddy.
Yeah. The second one that got it.
Yeah, the second one that got picked up. I think he's huge to me because I always wonder how him and the white kid Keon got connected. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the stories we hear about, Jossie and that's her baby daddy, and he was hating on Mo3, and so the motive is there for him, and of course we know the motive for Keywan, which is the money. So how did those two connect? So that's why I'm waiting to see what comes about with him during the trial. So yeah.
I ain't got no I'm a civilian, as I like to say. I'm a civilian. I feel like whoever is responsible, they should be where they need to be at for doing the fuck shit they did. Point blank period, man. Timothy Taylor in the building. What's good? What's good? He said the only way I let my old grandmother take the stand is in a ball here. Is it if I intend on fleeing the country?
So you think he gonna flee the country? Nah, he can't. They got a red flag on him now. When you a murder suspect, go try to book a flight. Try to book a flight. That's no. Sorry, Mr.
Well,
whatever.
I mean, at this point in time, Trap Boy Freddy, I mean, for all we know, I just seen him upload a video, interview yesterday. He got interviewed on some platform. But to this point, the police, I don't see them looking. He's not on the run. He's doing interviews. Shit, he's out. He's out. He's here. He's doing what he regularly do.
We're talking about YellaBeezy.
Oh! I thought you was talking about Trap Boy Freddy. Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying, because I think his mom, his grandma actually did come on trial. So that's why I thought he was talking about, like,
He
ain't finna flee no country. Ain't no way in hell he finna flee.
Oh hell, no, I don't think he's a flight risk. I don't think he is, and I don't think the courts think he is, because they wouldn't let his ass get that bond if they felt like he was. But yeah, I seen that his mother or grandmother came up there. He's a grew up in the church and shed a good light on him. So for what it's worth,
it ain't worth shit.
That's why
it ain't worth shit. Like you can't cover up his bruises and bumps along the way, because we witnessed the motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Nah.
Yeah.
No. Listen. Choices. We all get them. And when you make a fucked up one, you gotta live with that shit, bro.
Yeah. The elephant in the room, Mr. Rainwater. That's gonna be the one person that it's like, I don't know. We shall see. You think
he gonna be coming to testify for any reason? I know he said he wouldn't.
The thing is, if they have a reason to, they can, from my understanding, they can make anybody fucking. If they need you, basically, right? I mean, I know you got your Fifth Amendment right, but
I don't think
if you don't come in,
I don't think you have to.
Once it goes I don't know. Because there's contempt. If you can be held, you have to go to the stand, but there's shit that has to happen before that. So
Right.
I don't know. We shall see, man. This whole situation is definitely sad, but I'm at this point. It's like, hey, somebody got to atone, and I'm not just saying that because it was Mo3. This is a case. At the end of the day, someone lost their life. This is a case. Get to the bottom of it. The justice system, do what y'all do.
Yep. Well, as long as it works, that's the only thing we can ask for, and that's for anybody. I don't give a damn who it is, like you said. But YellaBeezy, take advantage of this time, because you might not get it again. Now we're gonna keep the show rolling. And I definitely got to give him one of these right here for his dumb decision.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So we got next up on the. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Next up on the docket.
Yeah, this Sean Kingston, man, out here scamming. The crazy part is I thought he had been or maybe it's just now coming up, or I don't know, but I remember this shit from like a year ago when he was scamming. I guess that was the indictment and this is the judgment. Okay.
Yeah. And what's sad about this one is you doing this shit with your mama. Like, when you making money, and he made some money. I ain't pocket watching, but the money he makes over here in the States is worth more money where he at. So he should be living like a fucking god over there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man.
Fucking Barbados or some shit.
Let me see from
he out of the country.
1 second.
He Haitian or something? I don't know.
I don't know why they got him as a American singer. He's from Jamaica.
Okay.
But he's considered American, but it's an American Jamaican singer. So I'm assuming he's over there in Jamaica. But our money is still worth a shitload of money over there. Because I actually know, I used to work with a guy from Jamaica, and he just come over here to the States, like, you get a visa and come over here once or twice a year and work for like 6 months and go back. And the funny thing, he was telling me he's doing it to put his daughter through school, and he was like, it's like $1 million something. I said, what? He said, no, it's $1 million in our money. And y'all money was like, like 100. So I can't remember the number, but it was way, way, way. It was just regular tuition for us. So it just trips me out that you over here scamming and you got all that money. But let's go ahead and take a look at this video, and then we're going to talk about this idiot. Yep, I said it.
The verdict is in for Sean Kingston's federal fraud trial. According to NBC News, the Beautiful Girls singer, whose real name is Keyshawn Anderson, and his mom, Janice Turner, were each found guilty on 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud at a Florida courthouse on March 28th. The 2 will be sentenced July 11th, with Kingston confined to house arrest for the time being. Meanwhile, his mother has been remanded into federal custody. Per a press release from the Southern District of Florida's U.S. Attorney's Office, the mother-son duo were accused of scamming $1 million worth of items from vendors of luxury cars, jewelry, and other high-end goods by falsely representing that they had executed bank wire or other monetary payment transfers. Kingston was arrested in California on May 23, 2024, hours after his mother was taken into police custody during a raid on his Florida rental home. He waived his right to fight extradition and was transported to Florida, where he and his mom posted bail and pled not guilty to their charges. According to NBC 6 South Florida, during their trial, which began on March 24th, Turner testified to being irresponsible with her son's finances and creating fake wire transfers. She said Kingston had a need to keep up with his celebrity image through an expensive lifestyle, alleging that her son was taken advantage of by other businesses in the past. Turner testified she had every intention of paying, and the fake documents were a way to buy time so she could investigate the legitimacy of the vendors. Kingston chose not to testify, with his defense attorney arguing in closing statements that the musician is, quote, still a kid in his mind and doesn't get how business works, per NBC. However, the prosecution contended that was no excuse. Assistant U.S. Attorney Mark Anton said there's only one reason fake documents would need to be created: to trick someone. For more updates on this story, visit eonline.com.
And see, the fact that, like, you're doing this shit or you did this shit, create a fake wire to show proof of income or show that there's money somewhere to procure luxury cars. Like they said, it's to keep up with his celebrity friends. Like that's what this shit boils down to. Like, you were doing this shit so you can have nice cars and shit. Like,
when you say you speaking of his mom, right? Because from what I heard, it seemed like she the one who started and caused all this shit.
Yeah, it seemed. Well, nah, it definitely seemed, because she's the one who gave the explanation. What they say, the explanation of she had every intention to pay it back, but she did this to buy time. Like, shit like that, man. Come on now. How fucking stupid.
So it looks like either she was trying to take the rap or she actually did this without him knowing it, which I find it hard to believe without him knowing it part. But it looks like she's trying to cover up, save his name, save his face, but they both still got found guilty. So I believe what the courts found out was that's cap, what she said. All that shit was cap because they wouldn't have found him guilty. So the one part that tripped me out was he still had this. Did they say like he still kind of thinks like he's still a child or some shit? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, well, it said his attorney. That was his attorney words. Is that he doesn't understand what's going on, and he So yeah, that's wild. He's a child. He's still a child in his mind and shit. Like,
that nigga's a grown ass man. If that's the case, they saying he's not competent. That means they need to get a goddamn a psychologist, a doctor, or something to test this motherfucker to see if he really stupid. Not stupid,
right?
But, see what his his reading levels at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like all that shit is cap, man. That's a straight cap. That was a way to try to exclude him from that shit, if you ask me.
Yeah, and I do think I don't know if they have co-defendants, but definitely co-defendants have different lawyers, so it's almost like that goes against his mama's lawyer. Like that now his mama lawyer got to fight that as well, type shit. It's goofy, but what he say that Florida Miami lifestyle with celebrity takes a lot of money to keep up with. Yeah, and you would think I'm not surprised, because look, he had one hit. He's definitely one hit wonder all the way. And if it's anything true from what his mother said in her statement of saying that he's had bad business dealings in the past, he probably ain't making a lick off that beautiful girl as of right now. Even if you go to a basketball arena in America, you'll probably hear that. And anytime you hear anything in a arena, the person gets paid for it. So he's probably not getting he's probably not getting paid any of that.
And that's why I actually brought up him being in Jamaica, because it's not hard to live rich and famous over there like it is over here.
Right.
So if you were struggling, and I don't know if he got a home over here, I'm pretty sure he do, maybe not anymore, but if you were struggling to live that lifestyle because you're not moving units anymore, and you can't put out another hit for some reason, then you take your ass back to Jamaica.
Forget the fuck, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But Timothy Taylor said something that had me rolling. He said he wasn't no child when he was smashing Serena Williams. I see, I didn't even know that, man.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that. I'm not to look that up too.
Like, Serena did that? Like that beautiful girl, that shit had a stronghold on her. How the fuck? He must have a mouthpiece out of this world, because it don't take. You could talk good. You could get any woman and you could talk good.
Then he got the accent and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the accent on top of it. Yeah, buddy. Boy.
Yeah, but in the case, I don't know. I didn't even hear them. They ain't even give a sentence yet, did they?
I don't think so.
I didn't hear one.
I didn't hear one there.
I wonder how much money was it. Did they mention that?
I mean, for it to be luxury cars, that's at least $250,000 a car. A luxury car. When I think of luxury, the Maseratis, they pretty much started like,
270.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, my brother had came up, so I kind of missed some of the story. Bought me a tray of them big old crabs, so.
Oh man. we got some crab. What is it? Crab leg in the. It's somebody gave her some crab legs. Like they frozen though. Do them
snow crab? Good?
Snow crab, but they frozen in a box. They been in there for like 4 months. I'm like,
what?
Something about what?
Y'all had them that long, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't saying they bad. I don't think they no bad, but. Man, them bitches would have lasted in my motherfucking freezer for four days, nigga.
I mean, but do they expire type shit? Like, are they gonna get freezer burnt? I don't know, but
I mean, if they wrap good, they won't get freezer burnt. But I've never heard of nobody, especially down here in Georgia, here in the South, period, kept some goddamn snow crab legs in their freezer that damn long.
And I'm like, shit, man, we got this small ass freezer. Yeah, get this shit up out of here. Taking up space with my bottle, goddamn.
Man, go ahead and throw them things in the goddamn pot, man. Put some crab seasoning in them motherfuckers. Shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we gonna keep it rolling, definitely. BBP episode 59 in this thing. What's good? The Ye situation, I really don't want to give. I don't really have nothing to preface what we are going to witness. You got a video. I think you said you had a video.
Yeah,
right?
we got a video. Mr. Weirdo, he's really only in the news for doing weird shit. That's why his name is going to be Mr. Weirdo from here on out. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen him in this goddamn black Ku Klux Klan suit. And
what is the significance of a black KKK suit as opposed to a white?
I'm pretty sure it got a meaning to him. and then here come the smart motherfuckers gonna come out like, see, y'all don't understand. See, he's a black man wearing a black KKK suit. That means he's gonna kill all the ones in the. Shut the fuck up. That's what you do. All right, we're gonna take a look at it, man.
That was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan.
Kanye West making shocking claims in a new interview with DJ Academics.
Y'all gonna pull my kids into y'all, whatever the word is, Illuminati system.
Usually the things that I like the most are controversial to other people.
The nearly 90-minute video posted to X shows the disgraced rapper in black Ku Klux Klan garb, doubling down on his recently ramped-up anti-Semitic remarks, using slurs to rant about other rappers, and complaining about being a parent in the public eye.
My kids are celebrities, and I don't have to say so. It's war.
I think after having kids, it just is such a life changer. Our life is so different.
This as reports circulate claiming Kim Kardashian wants to cut off Kanye from their 4 kids, North, Saint, Psalm, and Shy.
It's not okay.
Fans have seen how Kanye's controversial comments have hurt Kim in the past as she got real on her reality show.
It sucks, when someone doesn't see how different they are. You'll always, hope that you'll see a glimpse of them. And, I hope I do.
It's hard. It's like co-parenting. It's really hard,
Oh,
And,
God.
You're not co-parenting with just anyone.
Yeah.
For the quietest.
It's something she also opened up about on Angie Martinez's IRL podcast.
I had the best dad, and I had the best memories and the greatest experience. And that's all I want for my kids, as long as they can have that. That's what I would want for them, you know? So like, if they don't know things that are being said or what's happening in the world, like, why would I ever bring that energy to them? You know, that's like real heavy grown up that they're not ready to like deal with.
Yeah. Having kids is just, there's no way to describe it, but it's a lot. That's like the best way I know how to describe it.
So, yeah. Ye was on that thing, man. You know how Ye do. Let me just get, what's good, Uno in the building? What's good, Uno the one?
What up, Uno? What up, what up, what up?
Kanye is why black men don't go to the doctor. He ain't been right since the doctor prescribed it. I don't know what the doctor put on him, but he got whatever they told him he got. Academics shouldn't have did the interview. Kanye going to lose custody. D-Love say, let me know when you trying to figure a meal to keep the lights on them. That's hard. Yeah, that's rich folks issues as far as what Kim was going into, which could be regular people issues as well in some senses. But yeah,
rich people problems. That's a segment on the Morning Wood. Hey, but you let me ask you this first, man. Why was you making those noises? Because I want to know, what was it, something that Kim said that bothered you? Because I kind of feel sorry for Kim, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay. Well, I think she knew who the fuck he was, man.
No.
Ye didn't show people. I feel like she knew who he was, man. She talking about he changed, and he might have changed, but
Kanye was not like this in the beginning, bro.
But when she got with him, he had already dropped, I think, Beautiful Dark Twisted shit. Like, she didn't meet him in College Dropout. Well, like, when you say that, right. I'm thinking, it was a little later, I'm thinking.
When was the first memory of, and I couldn't even tell you this, I don't know if you could, you said something not right about this young man. You know how long ago that was?
Oh, you talking about Kanye? First wild, I think for me, it would, and everybody, I feel like the first moment is when he said slavery was a choice. I think that's when.
Go ahead.
No, I was done. You got it.
I felt like, I ain't gonna say something was wrong with him, but the statement he made when he was like, George Bush does not like black people.
Oh yeah, that was before that. See, yeah, it was like a lead up to that shit, the slavery shit. It was that it was that, the Taylor Swift, and it was some Katrina shit in there. I feel, and that's what it was. The Katrina shit is what made him say the George Bush doesn't like black people.
Yes. Then it was a lot of shenanigans that just started. It was a domino effect when we got up there when Taylor Swift was saying her speech.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people would say he was looking for attention. That's hard to say when you're a fucking entertainer, you're a celebrity. Fuck, you don't have to look for it. That shit comes to you. So it has to be something. And whatever, I know they say he's bipolar, and I believe it.
His mom or whatever.
On these rants, I think the fact that he lost his mom was really, really devastating to him. Yeah. I can understand that. So I don't know, man.
The money, they say that money magnifies whatever you got going on, man.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I can, but yeah, the interview was wild. I couldn't finish it, but it was wild. He said he had something about Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z. You know what? Jay-Z, I was like, man, look, this boy got no chill, man. It's Ye. Sadly enough.
Speaking of the Illuminati, I don't know the Illuminati shit they got. I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. mercy. You know that.
Yeah, I don't really have too much commentary on it because this is Ye, man. This is Ye.
I mean, you think it's a good thing? Which I've never heard of him being no bad parent, no bad father. I haven't heard. I mean, he made some stupid ass decisions, you know, in the public.
Right.
But taking his kids, trying to take them kids away from him, you think that's good or bad? Because if he's really not mentally capable of making good decisions, then is he capable of being a good father? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's still. I mean, I think that would be a hard sell to say he shouldn't, you know, get any type of custody or whatnot. You know, them kids. What's it, Northwest? You know, there's a whole
Northwest is the goddamn kid name. My fault.
Yeah. But when it comes to her and this whole situation with Playboy Cardi, I don't even know much about it at all. But he was snapping off on Playboy Cardi. Something Playboy Cardi said, talking about Northwest. I think he's talking about getting on a song, or there was supposed to be a song on Playboy Cardi album, and Playboy Cardi left it off for some reason. So, you know, he was hot about that in the interview. So
yeah, I remember that. Timothy Taylor said Kim got bigger issues when her son gets older and see her and Ray J on his phone when he's strolling on social media. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna even get into that. But I feel you on that. D-Love said, yep, he did talk about his babies and all. I don't know. All I can do is pray for the man. And it's funny when he says he's getting online and he's looking at Kodak Black and he's gonna go down and try to help the brothers. Man, somebody need to help you. Somebody need to help you. And I'm not saying that in a funny way. I don't know, whatever it is that happened to you in life, I hope prayer can revert it back. You can go back to doing some music like Puffy said. Puffy told him, man, you get back to doing some music, man. We want the old Ye. You know, nobody really care about what Puffy said, but he said some real shit when he said it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really ain't got nothing much else for it.
I know. You want to get off this shit now.
Shit.
So we'll keep the show rolling. Jill said I had enough of this weirdo. So who going to Marvin? Mr. Marvin?
Yeah, we got to talk about Marvin Sapp, man. We got to talk about good old Marvin Sapp. We got to do it. It's crazy. We brought up Marvin Sapp a couple weeks ago here. Then we was talking about some other preacher, and I was like, shit, Marvin Sapp or something. And then who was it? I think Charlize came and was like, yeah, Marvin Sapp, such and such.
Oh,
and then he was like, oh, not Marvin Sapp.
Not Marvin Sapp. I didn't even know he was preaching.
Well, yeah, the thing about these preachers, they do these traveling. It's like a circuit. Like you have a famous name. They could be a gospel musician, artist. They travel church to church. They go on tours throughout the country. And when they come in town, part of the offerings and tithings, they are gonna go to the traveling pastor or the traveling church musician. So that was what this situation basically is. We're gonna play this and then we're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna pull some scriptures out. We're gonna talk about it. I kind of want to go a little bit deep on this one.
Hey,
I ain't gonna.
Teddy P say, turn them off. Marvin say, close the doors.
Close the doors.
Because leadership lead and they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you, I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
Tap the phone on the bucket. It's 2025, people. Tap the phone on the bucket.
Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk.
Giving is worship. Now, this is where I wanted to interject. Giving is worship.
Can
I
get a reason?
And I just wanted to bring some out, because the Bible, yes, it says giving is an act of worship. I want to go to 2 Corinthians 9:7. It says, each one must give as he has decided in his heart. Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion. For God loves a cheerful giver. Under compulsion. What is compulsion? The state or action of forcing or being forced to do something. Constraint. Giving as an act of worship. Which he said, giving is seen as an act of worship and a way to demonstrate faith and trust in God's provision. And there's different ways, but do you feel like when it says as decided by the heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, then we read the compulsion, the state of act of being forced or being forced to do something. After hearing that, does it look like a contradiction what he's doing? Close the door. And I don't have a clip where he was actually close the door, closed it. Like there was a more forceful clip that I didn't get just because I wanted this specific part, but we can't listen to all of it. But
I look at it like this: when it's time to give an offering, I really don't care, and I think every person in the congregation, to the people that was behind him, shouldn't care what he asked for. You're not God.
Right.
You're supposed to be a man of God. You're supposed to be a man that's delivering the word. But if I don't have $20 in my wallet and I have a 10, when everybody who's supposed to walk up there with 20 walk up, I'm walking with you. You gonna tell me to turn around because I got $10 in my hand? Or if I'm up here and I'm supposed to give 100, you gonna turn me around because I got a 50? No, you not. So let's just say that first. I know a lot of people took it to the extreme. And I know a lot of them was just joking, but he holding them hostage. No, he wasn't.
Nah.
That's not the case at all.
I seen a post that said 1,500 people can charge him with kidnapping. I was like, okay, y'all gone too far. So
that was BS. I wasn't even listening to that crazy part. But you can't force anybody in that church to give you what you ask. They're gonna give you what they hearts desire and what they can afford to pay you, my brother. So and I know he knows that.
Right.
It's just like a bidding war. Like, hey, we're gonna start the bid here. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get there, I'm gonna give you what the fuck I got. This is what it is.
Yeah, and that's facts. That's facts. Now he did respond. Hold on, let me send this link real quick. He did respond on I think it was IG. He put up a long post. And we're going to get to that next. Let me see. Where is it at? There you go. Hopefully people can read that. Or hopefully I can read that shit, because that's what I'm reading off of. Matter of fact, let me just go to my file, because this screen too small. Let me do this. Okay, response. Let's add context to the clip on social media. Recently, a clip has gone viral of me challenging 2,000 individuals, virtually and in person, to plant a seed of $20 during an international gathering held at a convention center with over 4,000 people in attendance that evening, plus virtual viewers. In that same moment, I also challenged leadership to lead by example by sowing a seed of $100. That evening, I personally gave much more, in which he said in the clip that he gave $800, in which he was instructed to do by the pastor's church, who it was. As we continue, he says, some have taken issue with the particular moment when I instructed the ushers rather firmly to close the doors during the offering. To those unfamiliar with the church context or who may not regularly attend worship gatherings, this has been misinterpreted as holding people hostage as well as offensive. That was not my intent. The truth is, when finances are being received in any worship gathering, it is one of the most vulnerable and exposed times for both the finance and security teams. Movement during this sacred exchange can be distracting and at times even risky. My directive was not about control. It was about creating a safe, focused, and reverent environment for those choosing to give and for those handling the resources. Unfortunately, in this social media era, snippets are easily shared without context and assumptions are quickly made without understanding the full picture. Conferences have budgets. Churches have budgets. And people have budgets. And the assigned ministerial gift for this international gathering, one of the responsibilities was to help raise the conference budget. That's not manipulation. It's stewardship. Okay.
I like the way he put that.
Okay. Slicker than jam, boy.
Let me say this, people. Anybody who ears heard what YJ just read, he said he gave $800. No, he didn't. He probably did, but that $800 went right back in his pocket. Because, like YJ said, if he's a pastor in someone else's church, he's traveling, they got to pay this man. And they probably was short. And I think Trick said it best. About 40 grand short. He was going to get that money one way or the other. Get close to it. And I ain't trying to be funny. Because I was raised in church, I understand how it goes. But don't let him fool you. Like you know, he did what he was supposed to. Nah, man, that was a front. Here's 800 ones. Make sure you put that to the side. I need that back.
Man, I almost it's not. I don't think it's so much surprising. I think the surprising thing about this was to close the door, in which he said I said it firmly. I said firmly close the door. So I think that's kind of what this boiled down to.
And you also got to remember, YJ, he had somebody else church talking to them people, deacons like that, and they ushers. Hey, can you imagine standing at the usher at the door back there? Say, close the door. And you looking like, right. Who the fuck this nigga talking
to? So, right. And so as far as the fucking security aspect, let's go into that real quick. I gotta turn my light back on. As far as
I think that was smooth. That was real smooth.
Security. Okay, go ahead.
And I don't know if that is the case, but it sounded good. That is a very vulnerable moment. And we are in a era, we're in a wicked time where people will go in there and hold a goddamn church up.
Yeah.
So that's not far-fetched. And I think that probably would be a good idea, even if you ask for $200 in church. You feel me?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess to his defense, he did say close the door, not lock the door. I mean, you close the door, you can easily open it if you want to leave, right? Facts. You know,
big facts.
So
big facts.
That's another thing. I don't believe there should be just outright outrage. I did just want to talk about it just because I feel like something has to be said for this, man. Like it's just it's crazy the fact that these churches how they operate, I guess, and it's really the bigger ones. I'm not talking about churches, you know, but these Super Bowl stadiums, man, how it's operated. You got 1,000 people, 1,500 people sitting here watching you preach every Sunday. I feel like that it's not what it should be. Like it should not be that. I feel like the business. It's like people talk about the prison industry, like. Those two words don't go there. This is church industry. This is the church, the industrial church complex.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
That don't sound right.
Yeah, these are two different things, man. I know what the Bible says about it, and I could read a little more. I'm not even going because it, you know.
I just want to read what Timothy said because I want to say something on that. Say most black church organizations raise offerings like this when they're short on the money they must pay to rent an expensive venue. This didn't happen inside his church. It was a religious conference. Now, I don't know if you said this before. Matter of fact, you did. I think you did a short or you did a video on your page about churches. I think you said they don't pay taxes or something. What you remember that video?
As for churches, I said for churches with a membership over a certain amount, this is no longer a nonprofit organization. The classification, I feel like there should be something else because they're not paying no taxes, man. This is off the books, and you can call it. And it's labeled as a nonprofit organization because the government does that because this is doing a service for people. Like this is for people. And I'm not saying that this is not good for people. I'm not saying that church is not good for people. I do believe it is good for people. But when you get to a certain point and you get to a certain large, you're in a stadium at this point. You got Jerry World and Potter's House. they bring damn. It's like Potter's house is a baby Jerry World, damn near. I mean, this is a nonprofit organization. You talking about this building here that got 30,000 spots in the parking lot?
I get it.
This is not a. I don't know.
I think just like a lot of people today are veering away from what they see in the Bible, they're starting to think twice about what they read in the Bible. I think it's the same way about preachers. They start not to trust them. So anything that looks suspect, anything, even if like this situation right here, man, if you grew up in a church, you done seen stuff like this. Maybe not at this magnitude because how much money you asking for. But I done been in churches where the pastors is asking for everybody to give 20, 50. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this. This is what I've seen, what we all seen with Marvin Sapp. I've seen this before several times. It's nothing new to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nobody ask for $40,000, but hey, we talking about Marvin Sapp. We ain't talking about no just a basic, I ain't gonna say basic, or small hometown pastor who congregation is probably, maybe 200 people, 300 people. You know what I'm saying? So I think people are taking it out of context because of their thoughts about religion today. A lot of people really question everything.
Yeah.
Like goddamn pastors.
Yeah.
Like Pastor Neutral. Let me stop. I know that's what she called new.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, I this ain't the last of it. When it comes to the church and the black community, it's like peanut butter and jelly. You'd be hard pressed to find. Well, not hard pressed, but you go around and ask 10 black people, did they grow up in the church? You gonna get a high percentage that say yes. That's grandma, big mama, everybody know where she was at on Sunday. And it's kind of ingrained in our culture, man, as far as that, in which I think there's good, and I think there's a portion that can be detrimental as well. I will say that. But as far as in conclusion, I do think the good of it outweighs the bad of it. Do you feel like that?
When you speaking of that, what are you talking about the situation?
Like,
or?
No, just in general. And I don't know. I haven't really thought out that narrative that much, which I might need to do some more of. But I'm just kind of walking my brain through it right now.
I will say this. And we always say the reason why things like this happen is because of social media and what we can see. But with all of the news stories that's coming out about different pastors, whether they're in some type of sex gate scandal or money scandal, like right now, that shit's at an all-time high. We got TDJ. I mean, listen, man, we've been talking about pastors at least one time a month for the last probably 2 fucking years, bro. And this shit is crazy. And I wonder if people would say, "Oh, this shit been going on back in the day. You just not seeing it because social media." You ever wonder that?
Well, I would. You got to look at it on a per capita. I mean, if you got a city of 10,000 people, and they got such and such amount of murders, and then you got a city with 5 million people and such a murders, the per capita comes into play. Like, you're not gonna say we the murder capital, and you just got that many murders because it's more people. in your city. Like, you know, I feel like per capita comes into play, and when you think about it in the context of our discussion right now, the definition of per capita would be the amount of people are good that is done in people's lives through the church, and the, I guess, adverse situations or the bad that goes on in the church. And I can only hope that there's more good that comes from people, you know, getting in the word and changing their life. And I would hope there's more testimonials of that, which we wouldn't see on the news.
Bingo.
Right. We wouldn't see that on the news, you know, but we know and we've heard and we've had, you know, personal and people who we know who it has changed their life. So I'm definitely not taking that off the table at all.
I agree with you. Hey, you broke that down. I could have broke that down a little better, man. I respect that answer. Perfect. Well said. Yeah. So where we? All right, we right on time. So yeah, y'all get off Marvin. Y'all get off Marvin. You know, what he did, like I said, is nothing new to anybody who grew up in the black church. So I just want to read this last comment that Marvin Tim said. 90% of married black people are church going, Muslim or Hebrew Israelites. If you in religion, the black American family would go extinct. God damn. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I don't know about that.
He said, we about to be dinosaurs out this bitch if that bitch. Well, I will say there will be an uproar.
Yeah.
You know, people, we like to worship. We like to hear them driving drum. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you couldn't end it. It's man, we'll have church at home, man. You know, so you know, social media world, man. We can do it all kind of ways now. So
yeah,
but yeah, we gonna keep the show rolling, and we have reached that. I think it's the last one, right? Or we missed one?
Oh yeah. We at the meat and potatoes. We're gonna chop this young Scooter thing up, man. We at the meat and potatoes of the night, man.
All right, let me go ahead and fix y'all plates, man. I'll be right back. All right.
Yeah, man.
We're at the last segment of the night. This is the meat and potatoes.
Let's do it.
So, everybody, I'm pretty sure, at least the people here, are familiar with what happened. What it was last weekend. Can't remember the date, but young Scooter, on his 39th birthday, passed away. That's the only way I can say it. He passed away. And the truth of the matter is it was a freak accident, whether you believe that or not. We're going to take a look at this video. I believe we got a video, yeah. News article. And it has the 911 call of the young lady who supposedly was reporting some type of domestic dispute. And this situation actually ended in this man losing his life. So y'all check it out and we're going to break this down.
Now at 5, Atlanta police have asked for the public's help surrounding the death of rapper Young Scooter. Police say that he died after severely hurting himself while running away from officers on Friday in southeast Atlanta.
They say they were there responding to reports of a woman under attack. Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo was first on scene Friday night. Rob, what are you finding out about that 911 call?
Hey there, guys. Well, there are a lot of questions about that 911 call that led police to the home where rapper Young Scooter was celebrating his 39th birthday Friday night. It's not clear if police ever found the woman the caller claims was being attacked, but now they're looking to track down that caller.
He's touching her. If you guys don't get her, she's going to be really hurt.
The woman who called 911 told operators there was something seriously wrong at the home on William Nye Drive in southeast Atlanta.
He's beating her bloody. He's dragged her back in the house.
In 911 audio obtained by Fox 5, the caller claims a woman with a child was bleeding and shots were fired.
I think you guys should get here quick because this girl he's really hitting her, and it's a child involved.
Police have not told us if that woman was ever located or if the call was legitimate.
This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl.
When officers got to the home, they say two men ran out the back door. One of those men has been identified as rapper Young Scooter. Police on scene said he sliced his leg trying to hop a fence. Medics took him to Grady, where he died.
One can bleed out in seconds from a laceration to a femoral artery.
The medical examiner will determine cause of death. Dr. Cecil Bennett with Noonan Family Medicine says cuts to a specific area of the leg could prove deadly.
The femoral artery is under pressure, which means that once it's cut, it's not just a matter of it bleeding, but there's a pulse. So there's an increased loss of blood because of the pulse of the femoral artery.
Fox 5 captured police back at the home on Monday. The people inside told us they were too heartbroken to go on camera. Dr. Bennett says these injuries can quickly turn deadly if there's not immediate surgery.
It's considered a surgical emergency. A tourniquet must be immediately applied, but getting to the hospital is critical.
And on Friday evening, social media was abuzz with rumors that Young Scooter was involved in a shootout with APD. Police say that was never the case, but they're now asking for the public's help to identify the woman who called 911. Investigators say that call was made from a 911-only phone, which makes it harder to trace. At the live desk, Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5 News.
Wow, some chilling audio there. Rob, thanks.
This woman.
And the award for Best Actress goes to this bitch.
Now, what she did, crazy. This situation, I don't know if I've seen something like this exactly happen, but this would almost be akin to swatting at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to her, now that what we just watched, there's been an update since then, and the actual caller, Demi Blanco, a reality star contestant on the Zeus Network series Baddies, went live on Instagram Tuesday and claimed she was being treated unfairly by social media users, angry over Scooter's death, because they didn't know the whole side of the story. And the side that she wants people to know, or she wants TMZ to know, 4 hours ago at this point, is that she was being domestically abused by him. So, of course, we don't condone that, but it's wild, man.
Now, I got two things. One is a question. One is well, both of them is a question. When she said she was being treated unfairly by social media, how? When we didn't even know who the fuck it was. At least I didn't know.
Right.
That's question number one. Number two, is she supposedly dating Young Scooter or his partner?
I would say him, but it wasn't never, I think actually when in this, we're going to listen right now, and I think she is alluding to the fact that it was him, in her story change, because everything she said, she basically admitted was bullshit. Damn, where'd it go? Let me go and share my screen right now. Add this to stage. What we got? Oh, damn. This shit taking so long. Oh, okay. So, yeah, such and such switches her story up. We're going to listen to this. This is Demi Blanco, the woman who made the initial call. And, yeah, we're going to listen. We're going to get into this.
With Mochi Health, I've lost 30 pounds. I have no desire to be skinny. I've loved being a plus-size girl. I just wanted to be healthier for me. When my grandmother died, I knew that diabetes was hereditary. That was my wake-up call.
Yeah, I can't skip
For
that.
these medications,
nothing, boy.
they are designed for long-term use.
With Mochi Health, I never feel alone. It's about progress, not perfection.
Okay, she got her. Stella got her groove back. All right, here we go.
There's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A.
You called to protect yourself.
But she wasn't there.
So, to protect you. Okay, so if she was calling to protect herself, what did it have to do with being 7 dudes in the house and, threw a naked woman out and all the shit This is bullshit, man. They got to do something about this shit, man.
Yeah, it don't make sense. It's not adding up. Especially if you listen to if you go back to that 911 call, this shit don't make sense, bro.
It don't, not at all. I think the thing that for me is it's looking crazy because she's a reality star. She's on a baddies fucking reality show. That don't help nobody's case.
Not at all.
So you got 1 strike against you already. With that shit, that's 2, goddammit.
I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. I was the one that was getting hurt. And I came here to say my truth. That's it. That's all. I don't want no clout. I don't want anything. All these troll pages, y'all don't know me. None of y'all know me at all. At the end of the day, I'm a woman. And I was physically abused multiple times.
So does that give you the right to do this?
Oh.
You can't play with people like that. I feel like you cannot play with people like that. It's just.
I mean, what did she expect? I wonder what did she want to happen? Him to get arrested? Did she think he have drugs on him or something? Or the police gonna take him to jail?
Well, yeah, she incriminated him by saying the whole pimping shit. They got 7 dudes in there and they pimping these women out. So, yeah, I would say that's the only, observation you could take is that, yeah, she wanted this man arrested. But it wasn't, if she would have called up and said, hypothetically, she would have said, such and such beat on me, and he's at this address and such, that would have been different. But it was a whole lot that she said.
And I don't really think she was ever there. I know me and you had listened to a little dude talking about it, and his story was a little bit different. So I'm not even gonna bring it up, but the fact that she would do this on his birthday, that dude narrative would make so much sense, because why would anybody beat on a woman? Even, I'm not saying he never did. I don't know this dude like that at all, but you would do that on your fucking birthday when there's a bunch of people around. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And, man, go ahead, bro.
To claim to protect, okay, she did this. She claims the call 911 to protect herself. A total contradiction of the call she made on March 28 when she urged cops to come stop a naked woman from being beaten outside an Atlanta home.
And a kid was involved.
And a kid was involved, yeah.
And they out partying. And wasn't this like maybe the after party or some shit? Or because I know the party never started at that house.
What kind? I mean, even in that sense, after party, you got two people in the house. Like what? I don't think it was no party.
Yeah, it was only two people in the fucking house.
What? That ain't no like. Unless everybody left. You know, she got beat on. It was a whole party there, and then she got beat on. She left and called the police, and then when the police got there, it's two people there. Yeah, this shit just sounds so goofy to me. Then we got Young Thug out here. Young Thug out here. Is my screen still showing? Let me go back.
Okay. Yeah, it's still up there.
My screen's still showing. This is a tweet from Young Thug. He first tweeted out that he was shot by police, and you know, Young Thug says anything, it's law. So people ran with that. Then, biggest liar in the DA office, and he posts this, and posts this woman picture, Marissa Viverito. And just so happens that she testified in the Young Thug YSL case when Scooter also sat in the courtroom for support. So yeah, it's like he got a bone to, yeah, he had a bone to pick with her. And like to use this situation, and I'm like, Young Thug, bro, you just sit down, man.
Sit your ass down.
This is not your fight right now. You got granted access even to be in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And you doing this. Like
it's a very, very unfortunate situation. The question will always be to a lot of people, why did he run? Why did both of them run? I don't know. Maybe they was dirty. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe he was on the phone with her and then she told him, that's all right, motherfucker. The police finna come arrest your ass right now. I done told him you got this, that, and the third. Right. And when he heard them knock at that door, he wasn't sure. He opened it like, oh, shit. Ran and lost his life.
But
now,
who ain't got a... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
all I was going to say, who don't got a camera? Like, I mean, get the cameras is like, you don't got a peephole?
Remember, hey, it was going to be a party.
Oh, man, come on.
Listen, I don't know. I can't speak for him. I don't even know who house it was. Right. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you ain't thinking. You turned up. It's your birthday. Some strippers finna come in. You think they're knocking at the door. Come on. Oh, no, bitch, y'all not invited. And, you know, maybe, and I'm just throwing a narrative out there, and this is not true in no sense of the word, but she, like I said, she could have threatened him, told him the police is on their way. And he opened that door and realized it was the police. He panicked and got the fuck on.
Yeah, I have no clue as to why he ran. I
don't either.
I would believe it would be. I would believe it's something in that house that he did, you know, or just it might have been drugs, man. Some of these drugs, man, they have you on tilt. It had your whole shit on tilt. I ain't gonna lie. Last time I smoked, I thought I was on America's Most Wanted list. So that shit make me paranoid. And I was just smoking. That was years ago, but you know, I was just smoking a little tweed, and I'm like, man, let me lay down in bed. I got to splash water on this weed nowadays is crazy. I splash cold water on my face and shit. I'm in the mirror with it, all type of shit. So you know, some of these drugs, man, it'll have you on tilt. I want to listen to this. We're not gonna listen to the whole thing, but I just want to listen to some of this.
Live in this house,
What's
and
your
then
name?
I'm sorry. What is my name?
Okay. Okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, so I'm the neighborhood watch, and basically
You the neighborhood watch.
And hold on. Oh, hold on. No. Go ahead.
like I said,
Hold on. First of all, I'm the neighborhood watch. Get your motherfucking ass.
and these guys they're like selling drugs in and out of the house. All you see is guys.
So that's one case you put on this man. Okay, besides the TMZ, you just did the TMZ. That's another case. DA, you put the DA case on, the domestic abuse case. This is another case, the drug selling. You put that's another case. Let's just count the cases she put on this man.
Guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff. They holding guns in the air, and then it's like, I'm not sure if they're pimping, but it's the situation that's going on right now. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm not sure what they was fighting over. If they was fighting over drugs, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. And then they started shooting. She had someone come over there, and they started shooting. But the house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing illegal stuff over there, and it's just.
Yeah, I can't take no more of that shit, man.
Listen, just listening to that shit sound bogus as fuck. She the only person called 911 and heard gunshots. If anybody in the neighborhood hear gunshots, they gonna get multiple calls for one. For two, she said the house need to be investigated. No, motherfucker, somebody shooting. Y'all need to hurry and get over here now. That was bullshit. Hold on, man.
And the award for Best Actress goes to this bitch.
Bro, that was. And now I see why the law enforcement said we need to find this bitch. Because they probably replayed that motherfucking 911 call over like, who was the operator who took this call?
Right. And the thing is, when it come to her, we making light of it. But the fact that this man lost his life,
right?
It's almost like a Final Destination episode or some shit. It's almost like all the fences. I'm pretty sure he done jumped the fence before. I mean, I done jumped the fence before. I done jumped a wrought iron fence, but I wouldn't run from no police. But I have jumped fence. When you a kid, you 12, 13 and shit, you see a fence, you want to go to the other side, what you gonna do? So, I mean, fences get jumped in the black community. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So it just screams freak accident. The autopsy came back with it was died by accident. Social media is wildfire, and as soon as anybody, it's almost like people wanted the police to be involved in this. I even seen a dude who was outside of the caution tape, and he had the phone on the detective or whatnot. And he was like, nah, such and such, y'all shot that man. Y'all shot that man. And he got his phone right in the face of the detective. Y'all shot that man. It's like,
I ain't hear not one gunshot. Accountability, man. And in this case, you would want her to be charged for something, which she probably will be. It's going to be a misdemeanor, but she won't be charged for his death.
In this case, I feel like it should not be a misdemeanor. I'm going to tell you why. That swatting shit, I feel like this should not be handled as a false report. It should be handled as swatting. With all the evidence the police have, this should be handled as swatting. Now, I don't know what is the might need to check that real quick to see
I'm gonna do that right now.
What is a charge for swatting in Georgia or whatnot, but I feel like something has to be done just a little bit more than if that thing is, false police report is misdemeanor, you got probation for 5 years. That shouldn't be it. That should not be it in this case, especially with the trickle-down effects that it had. Now, as far as her being responsible for his death, people will say she's responsible. She's not directly the responsible. It's kind of like she's subliminally responsible, because if she wouldn't have did it, he would still be living. So, is she responsible? I don't think directly, but for shit like this, certain cases, the letter of the law does not do the case justice, and that can happen both ways.
Yeah, it actually can be considered as terrorism. Due to it's used to intimidate and create the risk of injury or death, which happened here. I don't think her intentions was that to happen, but that was the outcome. And they say yes, this is a serious crime. So I'm trying to find where it says. Resources about 10,000 per incident. It doesn't. I still don't see. I'm sure swatting is a misdemeanor. I mean, is a felony. It has to be.
Because once that word terrorism is thrown around in something,
yeah, I'm pretty damn sure swatting. Let me just type in swatting charge.
Or is swatting a felony? I don't. Because that terrorism, anything linked to terrorism, it automatically turned to a Fed case. If I'm not mistaken,
it says if it's a residence or a government building or a court, it becomes a felony, first offense, punishable with prison up to 5 years. In Georgia, this is in Georgia.
That's what they look. She gotta know, man. You can't play with people, and as a victim herself, I'll give her that. She's a victim of domestic abuse.
How we know?
That's what I'm saying. Hypothetically, I don't know, but it's like even if that's the case, is what I'm saying. Like even if that's the case, this is not how you handle it, and I think this has to be a lesson to not just her, but everybody, like all women in general. This is not how you handle a domestic abuse case.
Right. Agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
This is gonna be on her conscience probably for the rest of her life, because she would have never made that phone call. Scooter probably still be living, and a lot of people gonna dislike you for what you did. But like you said, let this be a lesson.
Yeah. As far as Scooter, I think didn't he rap with Pee Wee Long? He used to do a lot with Pee Wee Longway and Gucci, I think.
I've never heard one Young Scooter song was saying "Cat with You."
I heard him featured on Pee Wee Longway and a Gucci song before. But as far as that, I've never just listened to a whole project. I knew of him. But yeah.
I think he was signed to Future.
Okay.
Yeah, then he said he jointly signed with Waka Flocka Flame, Brick Squad, and Imprint, of course, which was Gucci people.
Right.
But he signed with Future. And that probably tells you why I don't listen to his music, because I don't even listen to Future.
That boy Gucci, man. If you run down a list of artists who passed away that was signed to Gucci at a certain point in time, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild. It was the female, it was the other dude. Damn, I forget his name, but yeah. It's unfortunate that in this one it didn't have nothing to do with no street shit or nothing like that, but it's still unfortunate, So,
but yeah, that's what we got for you guys tonight. Appreciate you, D Love. Appreciate you, Tim, for tuning in. For those who hung out in the bushes, This has been episode 59. You got any last words, Jizzle?
Nah, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, we gonna be popping up with different shit. You know, on your page, you actually was going ham this week. I didn't hit it hard. I hit a few, but you was going ham. I said, shit, I got to keep up. Goddamn.
Hey, that's how I felt. Shit, that's how I felt, man. So you know, it is what it is. Hey, matter of fact, I'll talk about that when we get done. But be looking for some new music coming soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. Always. That's always. You know. So, but yeah, definitely. Salute to those who tapped in for the BBP episode 59. Man, we up out of this thing. We gonna get into this Friday release from a few days ago, 4 days ago, whatever. And yeah, man, we up out this thing.
Y'all be easy, man. Life and your decisions can be.
Stand alone, nigga.
Yeah. When the price of sacrifice is too much, what does it cost? What is the gain and what was lost? Pricey.
BMG. Came up from the bottom where the problems kept coming, but these niggas send threats, but they never did nothing. I had muscle, I'm not the one that's for discussion. My brother told me never trust and never let a sucker touch you. Scary nigga, they'll bust you.
All facts.
So ain't no reason for the fuss, cause if you talk, a sucker nigga gets lucky. Now this shit gotta get ugly. They either hate it or they love it. I suggest these pussy niggas change subject. Otherwise I'm like fuck. Too many crabs in the bucket. Them niggas hate you cause they ass can't touch. Maybe they bag ain't bustin'. But you mad at your brother. Oh well, guess your ass gon' suffer. Find time to build muscle, cause you'll never find shine in the struggle. Keep in mind that the struggle be a hustle. In due time niggas fuck you. Now you might just find a diamond in the rubble. If it's real then you might just make it double. But I still don't trust it. When it comes to the bag, I can't fumble. See, we add, we don't take away numbers. We're making sure they stay humble. See, the recipe is cooked like gumbo. And I can sell this and make a whole bundle. You made a grand, I need it pronto. Like Rondo, fill up the bag with hundo. Slapping some ass and condo. While a nigga drink out of the bottle. You better get by though. I fuck your little bitch and come back and get the little side hoe. She want something she can ride on. Look, baby, just go ahead and slide on. She giving me 5 on. You ride all up, baby, cause she gon' reside in my home. I told you my nigga just ride on. I don't wanna go get the 5 home. She chose a side on.
She loving them dope boys, the count with the 5 phones. I told her to slide home. Switch it up.
These niggas, they swear that they man enough. No flip with these niggas is bland as fuck. The shit that they got, they done ran it up. Now look where the fuck you done landed, bro. These niggas, they need a mechanic, bro. They don't even know what they standing for.
Playing the game, but shit, the cost too pricey, something they can't afford.
These niggas, they swear that they man enough. No flip with these niggas is bland as fuck. The shit that they got, they done ran it up. Now look where the fuck you done landed, bro. These niggas, they need a mechanic, bro. They don't even know what they standing for.
Playing the game, but shit, the cost too pricey, something they can't afford. What if the cost is too high? Will it be sacrifice or would it be afterlife? Or will it be all the regrets you feel in due time? Speaking of time, the minutes do not stop. I'm wishing they did though, so I can have a little moment to breathe. Please, let it breathe. This ain't a verse, this is my time machine. And the clock stops whenever I sing. Ooh, nah. Hey, let me stop right there. That was my little Stacey Adams flow, but I'm feeling like Nike Airs. Cause I got good traits and bad traits. I fuck off my 16, be mad late. And if BMG don't drop, that'll be a sad day. Oh man, it'll be more like a cold day in hell. They can't see us, this expose in braille. Yeah, hey, it'd be hard to smile and rap at the same time, I'm trying to tell you. Face card was the prequel. Big talk, niggas pissed off, tell them eat stool. Think outside the box, I don't follow these rules. The cost of drilling is too high. Price paid for the clout could be when dude die. When the motor corrupts, you lose drive. Vision halted, and if that price was too high, you shouldn't have bought it shit. They swear that they man enough.
No flip with these niggas is bland as fuck. The shit that they got, they done ran it up. Now look where the fuck you done landed, bro. These niggas, they need a mechanic, bro. They don't even know what they standing for.
Playing the game, but shit, the cost too pricey, something they can't afford.
These niggas, they swear that they man enough. No flip with these niggas is bland as fuck. The shit that they got, they done ran it up. Now look where the fuck you done landed, bro.